Welcome back to another tutorial on Python. Today we are going to talk about a very important topic, print versus return. Sometimes beginners get confused between both of them and mix both, but there's a big difference between print and return, and we'll discuss the differences between print and return and see how these functions work. So first of all, we will discuss the print. Print is basically a built-in function we call, and calling the print will immediately make our program to write whatever we want to see. We use the print when we want to show a value to a human. On the other hand, return is not a function, return is a keyword, and when a return statement is reached, Python will stop the execution of current function and will send the value out the function where the function is being called. So we also use the return statement when we want to send the value from one part of the code to another, and obviously it changes the flow of program, because when we call the return statement, it sends the value to the place where the function is being called. So flow of the program shifts from one place to another. In print statement, flow of the program doesn't change. So let's quickly make the two functions. In the first function we will see how the print will work, and in the next function we will see how the return works. So def function 1, and let's pass the argument as well, which is num, and this is a very basic program. We are just going to print the number, print, and also concatenate the string function 1. We can also use the comma as well as plus operator. I'm going to use the comma and number, and now I'm going to write another line which I'm going to discuss its purpose later. Print output has been displayed, and this is our first function. So let's make another function, def function 2, and with the same parameter number. Now I'm going to use the return keyword instead of print return, and I don't need the parentheses in case of the return, so I'm just going to write the function 2, and I cannot use the plus operator because basically return statement works in the tuple and it gives the output in the tuple form, and we cannot use the plus operator in the tuple, so we will use the comma and number. And now I'm gonna write the same line here, and obviously these functions won't work until unless we call them. We have seen this in the previous lectures. So function 1, and let's pass the value 10, which is our number, and function 2 10. So let's save this file and see how these functions behave. So the function 1 10 and output has been displayed. So basically it is showing us the output of the function 1 only. The function 2 values has not been displayed. So why is that? Because the print statement works to show the value whatever we want to see. It immediately displays the output, and it displayed the function 1 with the number, and this statement also executed. But in this function, return statement will not show the value, because it will transfer this value to this place where the function is being called, and the value has been stored in the statement. To see the value, we have to use the print, otherwise it won't show the value. Print function 10, and let's save this value and run this program again. So now the function 2 worked. Function 1 10, and the output has been displayed. In the next function, the function 2, it also gave the value 10, and it is showing us the output in the tuple form. But the one thing we need to notice that the output has been displayed, has not been printed here. This statement, I'm concerned about this statement. This statement has not been displayed because whenever the return statement calls, execution immediately stops and the flow of program shifts from this place to the place where the function is being called. So this statement will never be executed. It is impossible, because after return, whatever the code is written, it will be simply ignored. And We can also print the output simply without the tuple form if we simply use the return number. Let's save the file and run this program again. Okay, here is function 1 is 10, output has been displayed any 10. Obviously the output has been displayed, won't be displayed in the function 2. So this is the difference between print and return, and I wrote these statements to see whether these statements worked or not after calling these functions or keyword, because we have seen that in the case of the print, whatever the code is written after the print statement, it will always be executed. But in case of the return, we have seen that whatever the code is written, it will be simply ignored, because at the return statement the program will immediately stop execution.